Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Distract3d Podcast, where this time you get to see Tristan's beautiful face in the lower right corner of your screen if you're watching. Go ahead and look at that.
Unless you find a way to block that.
I ain't doing it. You can do that.
Also, in this episode, I'm going to be deliriously tired, so that's going to be fun.
It's gonna be a good talk today. We have a special guest. Joey, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And we have Joey here today because we're going to talk about the one thing everyone and their mom has done in World of Warcraft, and that is solo a boss for 2 hours. Because today we're talking about MMOs.
MMOs.
You gotta add an emphasis on it.
MMORPGs, otherwise known as massive multiplayer online role-playing games.
Or also known as, if you're Joey and myself, you play it alone. So it's really solo online RPG. So it's just SO. SOR. Basically.
RY. SORRY. Sorry, life. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, continue.
No.
Honestly, I'm just going to say, I'm not responsible for anything I say.
Yeah, you are.
Nope.
That's legally how this works.
Pretty sure you're the only person responsible for anything you say.
Yeah.
Not if I'm tired.
Then who's responsible?
The tired person in my brain.
But if you're tired, it's because you didn't get enough sleep. Because you chose not to.
Actually, I didn't choose. I tried.
Anyway, so we're talking about MMOs today. And I think we kind of talked about this old school RuneScape. So I'm assuming that was probably both of our first.
Best game out there?
Overall best, not just MMO. Best.
Best MMO. Okay. We'll go there.
Okay, I was about to say, because game is very broad. That could be board games.
No, right. Video game in particular.
I know.
But I think, because that was my first MMO.
I never knew that.
I just want to take a moment and realize how
games
young and innocent we were in this.
That was back
we were like
before Shadowkeep was even
We weren't even level like 50, dude.
Well,
I think we're like in our 30s here.
No, this was my this was my first Destiny 2 character.
Goodness.
Spazzed out.
Yes, he did. He does that.
I did that
Tristan's
a lot.
Tristan's like it just everywhere. He just kind of hopes there's people to shoot.
Also, I do want to say I have gotten better at Destiny 2 since this time.
Have you though?
I have, because I figured out.
Do you have any titles yet? Then you're not a true Destiny player. Get out of here.
You say because you have one.
I have one title. I work so hard.
Sweaty try hard.
I work so hard to become the best at Gambit. Okay.
And you're still not, because the guy who invented it was probably the best.
Okay, the Drifter doesn't even play Gambit.
That should be not true.
And neither are the 9. The 9 don't play it either.
But he probably is the best, because if he invented the game, then he could change the rules at any time, because he's the freaking Drifter.
This is an MMO, correct?
Yes, it is now officially considered an MMO.
However, it's not an MMO that I would play because there's guns. I hate guns.
Really? So you wouldn't
anything
rephrase.
FPS.
I'm okay with guns. I hate getting shot at. That's
fair.
My biggest pet peeve.
So what you call magic or arrows and
not guns. I don't know what it is. Getting shot at pisses me off.
Huh. That's interesting.
I think there's a very big difference though, because
I think
especially in MMORPGs, when it comes to even long range stuff like magic and arrows, first of all, in MMOs, it's gonna be the combat system is very different.
It is very different.
This is a very different type of MMO because it's still an FPS,
yeah.
you know.
But there are guns in WoW. Hunters use guns.
Different.
Is it?
Wait,
it's
what?
Still
very much so different.
WoW has guns.
Hey guys, I'm like a WoW virgin, so I played it when I was super young.
I mean, we were talking about titles. I have like a quarter.
There are titles in WoW. That's right.
Absolutely.
I haven't made it to like max level at all. Ever. I'm like level 76.
I think the last time I played was like 2006.
It's a long time ago.
Yep.
You were what, like 5?
I started
6.
when I started like playing WoW.
It's kind of easy to remember. Well, I could have been 5. That's fair. I could have been 5. No, I probably was 5.
You were probably
5 through 6. Yeah.
I was trying to make a joke. I wasn't serious.
No, yeah, no, I was actually that young.
Just as over there, like pushing.
Joey sometimes forgets.
2.
Oh yeah,
One,
you
two.
will see that I often love to
Reload.
shoot Finn in the face.
This is true.
Is there friendly fire?
No.
No,
Then there's no point.
Exactly.
No, there's definitely a point because it's something to do.
You guys weren't really. Do you know Counter Strike?
I played Counter Strike for like 2 years and I hated every second.
Way
of it.
back when?
Not
way back when.
Early Counter Strike.
I just know CS:GO.
Because best thing ever. Match starts out.
No, you didn't.
Absolutely.
No! You are the worst.
Shooters are stupid.
Ah, you're the worst. No, I've moved on. I played that for 2 years, and I was like, I've had enough. Valorant is out now, though, and Valorant is a blast. I am enjoying that. You stop it just because you're a CSGO fanboy.
I'm really not. I don't know. I'm kind of chill with it. Recently I've been getting into Battlefront 2, which is not.
No, they
doing
aren't.
well.
This is true.
But this is Distract3d Podcast.
this is what we do.
Welcome, Joey.
I'm task oriented, okay?
Yeah,
Task, I do the
really
task.
The task is be distracted.
Like, you ever play Final Fantasy 14?
No.
What? Okay.
I never got into Final Fantasy.
I didn't either. I played 7. That was the first one I played, and I hated it.
I like the story. I like watching it. I don't like playing it. Gameplay is very different than the story.
I tried back on the PlayStation
Which one do you play?
just because I don't know. I think it was
The original PlayStation?
the original PlayStation.
That could have been, there are 3 of them.
Yeah.
There's 7, 8, and 9 are the PlayStation ones.
It's probably
Holy
7 that's
heck.
the most popular.
There were that many out before the original
Yes.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
that was the PlayStation. Yeah, there was
I'm just
the
saying.
first one on
Wow, I didn't know it was that old.
Oh, yes.
Whoa.
Final
3
Fantasy is
of
like...
That blows my mind. I was
Yeah.
honestly thinking
Well,
like
Final Fantasy-
PlayStation was kind of the startup.
No,
Best.
But
Final Fantasy was called that because Squaresoft, what they were called at the time, now Square Enix, was going out of business. And so they were like, this is our Final Fantasy.
Yes.
And it brought the company back up.
Yep.
It's quite
my
cool.
mind has been.
But yeah, there were 3 on the NES and then 2 on the Super Nintendo.
Sick.
And then Square Enix and Nintendo kind of had a breakup, and they went over to PlayStation.
What?
Like
Who
they
owns PlayStation?
Sony.
But that's neither of the two.
What do you mean?
You said Square Enix and Nintendo, right?
Yeah, they had
it. And
they had
then it went to
I think-
Sony?
and then Square Enix kind of had a breakup thing with
Yeah.
Nintendo, and they went to Sony with their games.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, the partner. Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I thought it just went to a completely random third party. I was like,
No. Square Enix still makes them.
It's okay. I have no idea what's going on right now.
Well, you...
Anyways. But anyways, like, Final Fantasy 14, I like it better than WoW. Which I know a lot of people would be
Wow.
like, ugh.
So, I think that it's possible that I would. However, WoW has nostalgia factor,
That's
so
a
Final
true
Fantasy
thing,
will
yeah.
never...
But what I like about Final Fantasy, because what I don't like about WoW,
about
which I
you.
started playing in January, I just want to say, so I haven't really played long.
Oof.
Yeah. What I don't like about WoW is the combat. I find it very boring and repetitive, because it's like, if you're Shadow Priest, I have it like 5, and then...
January of this year?
This year.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What I don't
So there's
like
a
about
lot of
WoW
content.
Is the payment system.
I hate that too. But
That's
we can get
booty.
into that.
We've already gotten into
Well,
it, but
We have talked
we
about
can
it
rehash.
before. We can rehash old content.
You have no idea.
Oh, I know. There's so much stuff I don't get because I wasn't there at the beginning. But what? That was 2003, 2004,
You were what?
3 or 4.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. Yep. That was me playing Battlefront and Lego Star Wars in those days. Yeah.
When you were 3 and 4, you're
I-
playing
I was-
Battlefront
I was
as a
pretty
3
young.
and 4-year-old.
I was pretty young when I started playing Battlefront.
That's weird. There was okay. I'm gonna side note here because I just remembered something. It was super awesome. There was this glitch that would happen on Dagobah where every now and then it would let...
So that was Battlefront 2 then.
Yeah, Battlefront 2. Every now and then it would allow... so, like, we would do instant action. And,
the best game mode?
Yeah, and for whatever reason, every now and then it would glitch and allow, like, your whole team to be Yoda. Just Yoda. And it actually didn't give you an option for anything else. Just Yoda.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was so weird. And I don't know what... I don't know if... I highly doubt it was an actual option of game mode.
I don't remember too much about settings or anything.
I haven't played it in a while, so I would have to look at it again. But it was weird. It was always fun when it happened. Like, we would freak out and, like, get all excited, like, oh my gosh, it's Yoda!
It's Yoda! Fighting Yoda! And Yoda! But back to Final Fantasy XIV, why I like it more. When... what they do with the combat that is the same, like, universal cooldown style, but each class has their own kind of separate, in a sense, minigame to manage. So I started as a Thaumaturge, which is essentially the wizard class, and you swap between fire and ice, and that manages, like, your mana regeneration, how much damage you're dealing, and all these things. So you have to kind of balance that while you're fighting, and so I found that more enjoyable. Because I had something to really focus on besides 1, 2, 1, 2,
There
3, 5,
is... 4. You should play I think a Death Knight has that.
I think they
do.
have the
similar,
disease
anyway.
system
Yeah.
or something, right?
I've never really played them because it aggravates me. There's another class I think that does something similar.
The Demon Hunters do that?
Yes.
What do they do? Because I started one like last month just to try it out because I wanted to play Demon Hunter and I finally got 75 so I could make a Demon Hunter.
Yep.
But I'm not sure what exactly.
I never got past the tutorial with them, so I don't know.
Oh. I think they're cool.
Fed up.
You didn't like them?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I don't remember. I just know that I don't like them.
I was like, if it's because of Illidan, you got a problem.
Joey is very strongly opinionated about his video games.
The best part is, though, whenever you're like, yeah, I didn't like that. And you go, why? And you're like, I don't got it.
I can't remember. it wasn't a good memory, so I blocked it out.
Well, the other interesting thing, I don't know how I feel about this part of Final Fantasy XIV. Because you pick a class, and that's what your character is. You're stuck with it. I like that. In Final Fantasy XIV... you start with one of a couple different classes, but every character can go into a different class by training, and instead of your character leveling, your class is what levels.
It's a lot like D&D.
Yeah, it's a lot like D&D in that regard.
But I mean, it makes sense the way they roll the specializations and such.
Mm-hmm.
With World of Warcraft, have you gotten into like the what is it called? The professions?
Not really. I think I have. I'm herbology and alchemy.
Why?
Because I was like, that sounds. Here's the other thing.
Finn.
No, the other thing is.
Is there a scholar type?
Oh my gosh.
Because if there's not a scholar type, I would understand. But if there
priest.
was a scholar type, I don't understand.
I did start the monk. I did like the monk. The monk was cool.
What race?
Draenei. Okay, here's the thing. When I play a character in an RPG, I make a story for them in my head. And I'm like, okay, because of this, they're going to be this class, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do this.
What does MMORPG stand for?
Massively multiplayer online.
Role-playing game.
Role-playing game.
There's more to that.
So
because your character itself doesn't get too much backstory, I inject my own in my head.
Okay, you inject the backstory. That makes more sense. I was just thinking you're playing a role in a story.
Yeah, you're doing that, but you know your character is just kind of like with the humans. It's like now they're trying to do this and this, but doesn't give you much about your specific character.
I think that you should research the game more.
Probably
because there is so much lore involved that no one has no idea because it's not involved in the game. But if you look it up, there's books and books.
Well, that was what wanted me got me wanting to play WoW was I was like, there's so much stuff here, and that's what I love. I love
in the game
soaking it up.
Hint at things, and you're like, what the heck does that mean? And you have to research,
figure it out,
because it's and there's so many other games, not just World of Warcraft. Like there's all Warcraft games, and there's
that came before, and
other ones too that I can't remember right this moment. But yeah, there's much more there. There's a lot of time and money spent in making that game what it is.
Yeah.
Granted, they have kind of really messed it up recently, but that's why it's so sad that you just got into it.
I know.
It's broke.
What do you think about Shadowlands?
I have no idea.
This year? No thoughts so far?
I don't research an expansion before it comes out.
I don't know much about just the trailer. That's all I've seen.
I don't even know the story behind what's coming out. I'm excited to explore.
Sylvanas.
Okay.
Broke the Lich King's crown, and now there's like a big hole in the sky to the Shadowlands.
I feel like after they did the last expansion with the gods and whatnot, and then they broke the earth.
Legion, They're like,
they
where
try
do we
to go
go?
big or go home, and
they're like, where do we go from the Colossus?
Same thing with Supernatural. The first 8 seasons were normal, things were just crazy. They did life stuff, and then they got into gods, and it got all stupid, and they only could go bigger. And it's like, well, they kind of ruined everything because there's not much more there.
Right.
I feel like that's kind of a lot of media and movies nowadays.
Go big or go home.
Yep.
Yeah, they only want to focus on world-ending events instead of the day-to-day stuff that is usually more interesting.
That's a lot of the reason why I like Columbo, which I've talked about with you a few times. You don't know it? Okay. It's Peter Falk, the guy that plays the grandpa in Princess Bride. And this was his main role back in the 70s. He was a detective.
Yep.
And it's always about homicide, but it never feels like homicide's one-upping the next one. And his characters are super fun. It has one of my favorite lines in television of all time that I'm not going to say because nowadays it would be like, why would you say that? But it is one of my favorite lines because it's hilarious. Which I'll tell you after. Cause
I was going to say, you're not going to say
I'm not going to...
I bring it up.
Do you want me to say it? I'll say it. I'm okay with saying it. But people will be like, ah.
I don't know, man. I'm going to get demonetized now.
Okay. I'm going to quote it. So, Columbo is at this law firm investigating this person for murder and such. And this guy's giving him a tour around. And at the end of it, he goes, I don't know how you do it. And he goes, I don't know how you do it. And the guy goes, do what? And he goes, work for a woman. And I think that is one of the funniest lines of all time because you wouldn't hear it anymore. I think it's fun. It's supposed to be funny. It's not supposed to be super serious. And I just, his delivery of it and everything about that scene, I think is hilarious. You can work for a woman. My boss is one, so.
Mine is too.
Isn't your boss your mom?
I actually... Moms are women too.
That's true.
I prefer working for a woman, actually. Men are stupid.
I don't really care. I find that line funny because no one's gonna write that anymore. So.
I mean, thinking about all the old everything's racist or feminist or.
No, yeah, everyone's like this and this and this about them.
I guess it'd be sexist is the word. Yeah. I was like, that's not the right word.
Yeah, you were hunting for words there. I was like,
it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, it's just a city old stick insect.
But I think
it was Radagast.
Back to the topic at hand. My problem with WoW too is when doing quests and stuff, I want to read the story, but I find myself too often being like, just give me a quest.
I can understand that because honestly, I feel like I do that because I'm so consumed by the grind.
I want to
I don't want to spend any more time doing anything else. I'm like, I just want to get to the point where I want to get to because I've been grinding this much and I'm not in the mood to go through pages of lore right now.
You guys are not immersing yourself in the game.
I tried. I really did.
And it's okay.
Same concept as D&D.
Which is
You are the character. You
Mhm.
are immersed in what is going on. If you immerse yourself in that character, you're interested in what's going on.
This is true.
which is I honestly think I would be interested in trying WoW again.
Except,
However,
I will pay for a subscription if you play.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, all the cards are on the table.
Joey is like, please, I'm tired of 2-hour soloing a raid boss.
No,
I need one
he
person.
likes to play alone.
I don't.
He
play well
probably
with
would hate
others.
me. He probably would hate me.
I would tell him to leave.
Oh, yeah,
Especially with my playstyle. Because I kind of just do whatever I
You
want to do.
die, you're dead.
he
Sorry.
ain't resident.
Have fun.
I'll have to come and be like, the priest is here, and Joey will be like, we don't need a priest.
What realm
Yeah,
do you
it's
play
like-
on?
I don't remember.
I mean,
It's been a
that would
while.
actually help me a lot. It would not take 2 hours
I
to kill.
Don't remember
Okay.
what realm my priest is on. I have 2 character boosts still though, because I
Me too.
don't use them.
I don't either. You
'Cause-
want to play through it. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
figure out a character.
My brain is going blank right now because I'm tired. But each realm in D&D
Mhm.
has like things that are tied that tie it together to other realms, and I'm forgetting
not-
what they're called.
Realm?
The realm gates,
I think realm gates, something like that.
I don't know.
But I was thinking that would be a cool thing to include into the different realms.
they
I know
have
the realms as in
they
like,
have realm changing for $25.
Oh.
So with
This
Special.
realms are servers.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm just saying that would be cool because of the lore behind D&D.
So
This is World of Warcraft.
It's D&D though.
realms in World of Warcraft. There's several ones that are put together because some realms just don't have enough players to keep the community alive.
Yeah.
So I think it was a couple of years ago they conjoined servers to make more players on the world.
That's got to take a
Because
lot.
there's like PvP
work.
specific ones. There's
Yeah,
role
there's a bunch of
playing
different
ones.
things. I mean, yes, there's a lot of behind the scenes work that Blizzard does. It's amazing. I actually don't like that because having like friends and things, you can have friends on like your Blizzard account now and then just in the game and things like that. But it's very hard to get parties together if you're friends with people on several different servers.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to be on specific
that
ones to work, and it just I don't like it.
Like
But it makes things run
And
smoother.
guilds, like being in a guild with people on different servers, like
mhm.
there's a bunch of
Oh,
different
that
levels
is
of.
really weird.
It's complicated.
That would suck.
I'm glad you can at least like do dungeons and stuff
Yes.
with people from other realms.
You would-
But gosh, I wish you could just go to another realm with a friend.
Yep.
Even if it's just like they have to invite you.
But it's also that's why they make their money.
I know.
They should have a centralized realm
Yep.
portal,
But
kind of like in Ready Player One.
it
But you have to
doesn't-
pay for the portals. Don't
The
forget.
reason why it costs money and things to change is because
It's expensive to
they
run.
have to do something.
Yeah.
Like they're
That makes sense. Yeah.
paying someone to change things, which
That's a lot of work.
makes sense, sort of.
Is there an in-game purchasing system like for
Yes.
customizations and such?
Yes.
There is.
Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah, for some of the mounts and stuff. yeah.
mounts, pets, cosmetic.
And
Yes.
there isn't there also a marketplace like
For
online
the player
marketplace?
auction, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But that's not.
That's all coins.
What
Yeah.
wouldn't they get a percentage of that?
No, that's like gold.
But that
In-game gold.
So what you're talking
I
about?
thought you could also
There is where you can pay money. You set up
Yeah.
a bank account to an account, and you can buy things. But it's never
just kind of
things
ridiculous.
to break the game. It's never things that. It's not like
It's player
Star
sold
Wars.
items, pretty much.
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Stupid.
Oh, they do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
So stupid.
They have like a legit and like there are things that sell for like 1,000 plus, dude. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is. World of Warcraft is
Jeez.
not like that. Sure, you can buy things and they will help you make things a little easier, but it's not game breaking. Blizzard is good about that,
That's cool.
and
And wouldn't they keep a percentage of that?
they keep all of it.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Oh,
would
you
Blizzard
mean the
take a
player-
percentage of?
The player auction, that's
Player
that's in-game currency. They're not getting anything from that.
No, I mean, okay, so if I were to sell an item
Yep.
for real world money
I don't think you can.
That is breaking the rules,
Yeah.
or the market, that's breaking.
That's
but
breaking
you will
rules.
get banned. It's called real world trading, and any MMO, real world trading is illegal.
I didn't know that.
What?
Does it happen? Yes, it happens. But
How
no.
is that not legal when?
When I say the word illegal, it is not. I'm not talking
It's-
law illegal. I'm talking in most MMO game rules. If you real world trade,
Yeah.
you will get banned.
That's weird.
No, it's not.
Well, cause like I know Diablo 3, my dad used to sell
Reason
stuff
why
for
they
real
don't
money like all
like
the
it.
time.
They don't like it because the company gets none of that profit.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is like,
Breaks.
wouldn't that be smart to allow that and then say, hey, we get 10% of whatever you make?
How do you monitor it?
I mean,
There is no trustworthy people who play games.
you would. I'm just saying, if you set up an in-game market that had real-world purchasing
Okay.
available.
But then
No games have that.
the only thing close
I'm just
to that
saying,
is
it's an idea
CS:GO
that-
with the Steam
Actually,
market.
Yes.
But that's Steam. That's not
It's
the game itself.
Well, yeah,
It's
I'm just
different.
saying. I guess there are definitely downsides to that, but that could be.
Tristan shooting me again.
But that I think that could be, especially for MMOs, that could be a source of income, so that
So let me ask you this: would you rather the developers to create something like that or make the game better?
Easy answer.
well,
This is
but I'm saying if they have steady income from the game,
they
and-
make billions of dollars already.
I
I
don't-
don't care if they make more money.
well, I mean
I want
instead
them
of
to make the game better.
instead of forcing huge, like $60 payments on you for the year or whatever.
You know what
or
they're gonna
for
do?
each month, whatever.
They're gonna put the system in that you're talking about, and they're still gonna charge you that much.
Yeah, developers kind of suck.
Exactly.
Hey, they gotta make money.
It's, it is. It's going to
That's
happen.
fair.
It's a
because
business.
The more that they do, the more they're gonna charge.
Yeah.
Talking about RuneScape,
Mhm.
I know for sure if you real world trade at all, or even they are suspicious of it, they will ban you.
Wow.
Jeez,
It is
That's hardcore.
serious.
dang.
They are not okay with it at all.
What if people like didn't, but they got banned?
You can appeal. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's appeal stuff,
Okay.
and they have to prove it. But even suspicion, like it's rough.
Dang.
And botting too.
And this is like old school RuneScape too, man.
New school is not that way. New school is much more lax, and you can kind of do whatever you want. Again, it's against the rules, but they're not as
They're not as
hardcore.
down pat.
Yep.
Which I think is that just shows you the integrity of old school RuneScape. They're still on it.
Yep.
Still going.
Well, it went away for a while,
That's true.
and they brought it back because
People were like,
RuneScape's stupid.
yeah.
RuneScape 3, sorry, is stupid. And also anything to do with RuneScape updates is all player controlled.
That's true.
They have polls, and anything that changes, we say yes or no. It has to prove
Which is
by
Wow.
75%.
Super cool.
Why don't more
75%.
developers do that?
It is
There's
not a perfect system.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause
yeah, I
don't
get
forget,
that.
some people can find a way to vote more than once.
Yeah, there's
Not
that.
everyone understands what's best for game.
But like, see, if they do anything to do with PvP, I just don't vote. I don't do anything to do with PvP. I don't care. I don't like it. But the people that want PvP, all the PVMers rather, are voting against the PvP stuff, and so the PvP guys
It's true,
don't get
yeah.
anything. Vice versa, if they bring a PVM update out, all the PvP people vote it down because it's not for them.
So you call it PVM instead of PVE?
Yes, because PvP is player versus player.
No, but PVE
is,
instead of PVM.
But it's not PvE.
I mean that
It's
is
PVM.
fair, but yeah, a lot of people say PVE.
It's in most games, PvE is players and monsters, but in this game it is
That's true.
PvM and PvP. It's not everything. It will never be everything.
That's true.
But yes, in most games it is PvE.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. I think one thing, because going back to the not getting as invested in the story of WoW as I wanted to, Final Fantasy 14 story got me more invested right
Absolutely.
away.
Well, Final Fantasy has been around so long; they're just super good at story
This is true.
in any game that they're involved with.
But I know, like, Shadowbringers, which was the most recent expansion to 14, people are like, this was the best Final Fantasy story ever.
Yikes!
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what they said. I have not played the Shadowborn stuff yet, but
Yikes! I'd have to look that up.
you can...
I'm not saying that post, but I'm saying like the lore, like that. There's there's no way.
You really don't think?
No.
It
How
looks
could they come up with something so good, so new, that is different than everything that's happened already in the story?
I think a lot of it from what I heard and read about it when it came out was that it tied up a lot of storylines from the previous expansions and stuff.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a big culmination
That's
of everything.
different. So yes, it could be the best because it is culmination.
Yeah.
But if it's its own entity, like some of the other
It's-
ones have done,
It's
then
both, I think. I don't know. I don't know too much about Shadowborn. I haven't gotten there, so
gotcha. Yeah, me either. I haven't played.
you haven't played it all. But there's one interesting thing I want to talk about. There's a special class in
Okay.
Final Fantasy 14 called the Blue Mage.
Okay.
When I saw that, I was like, I want to play that class
He likes blue.
because I like blue.
You
And then I-
agreed with it. What the heck?
Is that the only reason?
That, but also they're like kind of a trickster mage.
I
And-
wasn't
and
expecting you
they
to
have,
agree with
they
that.
They look really cool. I'll find a picture really quick while
I
I'm
was
talking about
really not expecting you to agree with
I
that.
do like
I was
blue.
just messing.
I'm pretty sure I've heard of them in another game of Final Fantasy
it.
or something.
I don't know
like it.
which one they're in. My Final Fantasy knowledge is not perfect.
Mine isn't either.
But they
like I
look-
said, I never really got into those. Cause
Like, they look kind of like that, and I thought that was cool. Shut the heck up, just because they got, like, a tricorn hat and a mask. I think they're cool.
So
It's
they
a
look like
pirate.
Swiper from Dora.
Oh, they do.
Yup.
Don't ruin it for
Yup.
me. But anyways,
So when you were playing Swiper,
Are they?
I haven't gotten to that point.
Are they seafaring?
I don't know.
Because it looks like a pirate.
They're in the Stormblood
hey Finn,
DLC.
That is.
It's
Finster no Finsting.
I'll leave.
Bye.
But I believe max level is like 90 or something right now. I can't remember. Blue mages can only go to 65, and they can't. I'll explain. And they can't queue for dungeons and things. They're a very unique class, and they're very weird. What they do is you start out with no abilities, basically, except for the ability to steal special moves from monsters. So that's what they do, and I think that's fun and cool.
That's kind of cool.
It's very cool. There's also the red mage.
That's the kind of style character you like.
Oh yeah,
I mean, yes, I understand it. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I think it's stupid.
I haven't played it yet. I haven't gotten that far.
Because there's no consistency.
That's
And
a
I
fair way to
can't do no consistency.
I mean, you don't have to play blue mage.
Exactly, and I won't.
You. They also came out in the
I
new
won't play any of
expansion
them.
with a tank class that I want to get my melee character to that point, the Gunbreaker. You know Final Fantasy VIII at all, where they got the gun sword?
Yes.
That's what they use.
They break them.
And you have to like load it with different bullets to do combos and stuff, which I
Of
think is
course.
cool.
Have you guys played Kingdom Hearts at all?
Yes, I love Kingdom
That
Hearts.
is my favorite adaptation of Final Fantasy II game. Because it is including several different generations of Final
That's
Fantasy
true. Yeah.
seamlessly. Which is nice because it doesn't happen like that with Final Fantasy all the time.
Did you hear there are rumors about a Disney Plus Kingdom Hearts series? I don't know how to feel about it, but I would hope they do it justice.
Anything that Disney Plus does
Have you seen The Mandalorian though?
can go die in a hole.
Have you not seen The Mandalorian?
It was coming, and we knew it, but we
But The
didn't want to.
Mandalorian. Have you seen it?
Yes, it's a kid show.
He's the original trilogy type guy.
Are
The guy who's actually too young to have been part of the original trilogy,
none of
but
us
who
are
still
My parents
is nutty about it, you know?
used to have the VHSs. They would play them weekly.
Yep.
When I was a child.
We didn't play them weekly,
This
so
is
we watched them a
nostalgia.
lot.
This is my childhood was Star Wars.
I used to watch freaking Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh,
Tobey
there
Maguire
was
Spider-Man all the time.
so back when I lived in Orlando at the Hollywood Studios theme park
Mm-hmm.
at Disney. There's like the Indiana Jones shop there, if you've been there. And my friend and we had lightsabers, we brought them with us, and our parents wanted to watch like the fireworks show thing, and we were like, eh. So we signed over there and played with lightsabers, and other families, their kids came and like gathered around and watched us. It was the coolest thing.
That is pretty cool.
It was awesome.
Just like, oh, they're putting on a show.
Yeah, pretty much. You're like, hey, let's go look
Should
at
have put out a bucket.
that. Are you kidding?
Just
Like,
like,
he got kicked out. But
Yeah. They would have been like,
you know, your dad might have been able to smooth talk. No.
Nope. He worked at Epcot. That's a different park entirely.
yes, it is.
Oh man.
Crab nuggets.
I feel like Destiny grind is just stupid.
It is
I've
now.
watched a lot of
It is
people play
now.
it, and it's just like you're doing the
used-
same
the-
thing.
The grind
it used
wasn't.
to feel better.
Yeah, the grind wasn't too bad when there was story to go along with it.
Like for
That
basically,
makes sense.
When there was story to rely on, but then as soon as all the story ended, and then as soon as they let all the noobs in who didn't have to pay for crap that we had to pay for,
well, that doesn't bother with the grinding. I think.
and who didn't have to play through the story that we played through.
I'm a little salty there.
Anyways,
Yep. I've already shared my opinion on that, I believe.
the problem with it now is like before when Forsaken was out and stuff, there were good things to grind for. You
Yeah.
could get the gun I really like that for some reason I can't remember the name of. Malfeasance.
Yeah.
That was a hard, tough grind. I got very lucky and got that in my first game of
Dude.
Gambit.
So,
Such bad luck with freaking aces.
is the things that you're fighting RNG based, or is it always the same? Like they appear from this location. when you go
It's
to this
different.
door?
It's randomized.
It's
It
pretty
is?
randomized.
Okay.
The strikes will have a different race of enemies, different set of enemies. There'll be a little bit different locations. If you played them enough, you'll know. Okay, it's this kind of enemy, so they'll most likely be here and here and here.
Okay,
But-
so the thing I like about Old School RuneScape, yes, it is a grind. Yes, you are killing the same boss for an item.
Oh, yeah.
However, it is all RNG based. Their hits could hit or not. They could use different attacks whenever they want. It's always
Well,
RNG.
Well, the good thing about Destiny too is that you never have to fight a boss for 2 hours.
We're not
straight,
talking
so-
about World of Warcraft.
You know, wanna know-
we are talking about MMOs.
you want to know an MMO I really, really like, and I like the first one too? I like The Division. I really like The Division.
I
liked
keep forgetting that's an
watching it.
MMO.
I liked watching it, but
Because you
I
don't
will
like
never
shooting.
play. Yes.
I like it a lot. I like the second one. I enjoyed the first one a lot. I played through that one solo. Second one playing through with a friend, so we're dueling that, and that's a lot of fun.
I will say, if I play an MMO with someone, it is someone that I know their play style, I can trust their gameplay. It's
Yeah.
someone that I'm not going to
Be like, what are you doing?
exactly.
Which is why you don't play Tristan, because he shoots you for no reason.
Exactly.
I'm not responsible for any
playing-
of my actions.
What were we doing in Destiny? We did something in Destiny, and Tristan did something. I went, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I don't know."
So
I was
That's,
just like,
that
oh my
describes a lot of moments in Destiny, and
Oh,
a
yes,
lot of
it
moments
does.
in any game we play together.
League of
You
Legends.
guys-
I'm running under tower for no reason.
I-
It's not stupid. Dota 2 is stupid.
I actually think I lean more towards Dota than League
Are
of
you
Legends.
kidding me? Dota 2 is so like
I'm
convoluted.
not necessarily saying
That's
Dota
even worse.
2, I'm saying the yeah.
Here's the freaking storm.
Here's the Storm is great,
Sucks.
and I miss it.
It sucks.
I
If I'm
miss
gonna
it.
play, any, I'm gonna play League.
You need to work on your.
So,
You need to work.
do you remember these friends that we talked about earlier that I apparently don't have?
Yeah, yeah.
That's one of the games we play. Is Here's the Storm.
I love Here's the Storm.
Please note that he's now mentioning, he's motioning to a corner of the room. There's nobody there.
No, he's
And now what, you're saying that's your friend, what's his name? Billy? Billy is his name?
I don't have to be as a friend, but that's fine.
I'm mad that Blizzard pulled development from Heroes.
I didn't know they did.
You didn't know that? It was
Yeah, because
it
everybody
was
hated it.
last year. They were like, we're pulling a bunch of people in this. It's not getting updated as much.
I mean, I'm okay that it's not getting updated nearly as much. I mean, of course, I like the new characters and things like that, but it's not something. I don't care about characters and stuff like that. That's not why I play. I play because it's it's not League of Legends where it's super serious, super has to win, things like that.
Sure.
It's chill. I can play with my friends and we have fun. It's not ranked or competitive or yada yada.
See, one time in League though, Tristan, you shut up. You don't know.
No,
what
I
I'm
just,
talking about.
I
know
just, no.
You
I
look at
apologize to anybody who has to sit through this and watch my playing.
Because you had also
I
never
just-
played the
it's-
first Destiny, so we found
Oh
this.
man,
That's right.
I
forgot
was
about
so
this.
new to this, and I'm
'Cause
seeing
you didn't-
so many mistakes.
'Cause
Oh, this is where we found the
yeah,
glitch.
that's what I said. Yeah. This is because you hadn't played the first game
That was
at
fun.
all, so I was kind of like, oh yeah, this
You
is
died.
Destiny.
Nope.
No, we
We
didn't.
found a glitch. And we were wondering if there was some secret hidden place that we could, but I mean that was a secret hidden
But
place.
one time in League, to prove it's not super serious all the time, I was playing Mordekaiser after he got reworked, which I know means nothing, but people listening will understand. He was busted, super broken, super
Yes.
powerful. So me and the enemy top laner, we just decided to have our own chill 1v1 match, and so when an enemy came up to gank me, he was like, run, and so he stopped attacking me and body blocked him, and I ran back, and then later one of my teammates came to gank, and so I used my ultimate, which puts him in an alternate dimension.
Yep.
And I was just run away, and so we did that the entire game.
That was cool.
It was great.
So that's cool.
So it does happen.
Give me a percentage on how often that happens rather than competitive.
Right.
15%, I would say. It's
That's
low.
extremely high for what I was thinking.
For me, it happens 50. I tend to get the nice people a lot of the time, compared to others. So
2 players. That's.
yep.
I was thinking more like 1%
Oh, no, I died.
of players who play League. Because people who play League are there for a reason, to win.
To win.
And they can go die in a hole.
And to be sweaty.
You realize that most people who play games don't sweat.
No, their palms. There was at MegaCon in is it Orlando? Wait, where
That's
is it?
Orlando.
Orlando. MegaCon Orlando. We went to MegaCon
Oh my
and they had this lotion crap for your hands for gamers, and it made your
right.
hands not sweaty. It was so weird. It was a weird sensation. Anyway, that was a super weird side note.
I would like to point out that I rarely sweat.
Well, that's because you don't really work hard.
Why? I have a friend.
Oh!
I have a friend who.
That's not true. He actually works really hard. But
I have a friend who, on his right hand, it's it doesn't sweat, oil doesn't go, it's just dry.
Does it do this sometimes? Ha!
You
Ah!
need to not. No one's going to get that.
Just sipping my tea. So you know how I hate support roles? Hate them?
Yeah, you both do.
Here's the thing, though. Battlefront 2?
This is not an MMO.
I know. We're allowed this side note. This is freaking what this podcast is about, man.
I was just hoping you could be like, I like this support role in this MMO.
Do you play MMOs?
He doesn't.
I don't really.
This
Plays
doesn't count.
KOTOR. Destiny counts.
No,
It does count as an MMO.
I have counted as an MMO
Why
since I played the
Is it categorized as an MMO now?
Because it's a massively
It was
multiplayer
before,
online
they
role-playing game.
They just
It
did
is
not,
what is defined as.
They just didn't want to call it one, because that was not the original
Why?
intent.
Is it, though? What makes it an MMO?
You're all in the same.
It's massive.
I
It's multiplayer. It's
going to
online.
stab you.
It's a role-playing game.
He's not wrong.
I mean, it's...
But it is very, like, the gameplay loop is very MMO, to put it very simply, but also, oh my gosh, Tristan, you're so bad.
I know, it's just, I told you.
Your gameplay is improved by 5%.
The only reason it's an MMO is because when you go to a world, there are other players there that you can do events with and such.
I would...
Otherwise, if it didn't have that, if it was just single player...
When I think of an MMORPG, I think of more of free world kind of stuff where you could do what you want to do. I feel like this is way too linear to be an MMO.
It's slightly linear. It's not super linear.
I haven't played it, so
this is the main storyline, so it's gonna look a lot more linear.
Okay.
This is true. This was the Red War campaign.
But each world has a medium or large size map, and you can explore that area, and then they usually have like either like a tunnel system or like different sections that you can go in for different events and such. So they do have larger multiplayer online maps.
I guess.
And PvP.
Gross.
I know. I hate PvP so much.
Well, that's honestly the PvP though is not when you're walking around different worlds. You have to select it. It's like
that's how it is in most games, unless you're in war mode and WoW.
You can
never on.
Nope.
Usually in MMOs, it's more of the area you're in.
I will say I liked how World of Warcraft did it before you even knew anything about it.
Where if you go to the Horde area, they can...
No, where there's different realms. There were PvP realms that you could
play on. They still have that a little bit. If I recall correctly, some of the realms are PvP.
I mean, yes, they are labeled as it, but
different?
you have to do war mode. It's the same concept. It's
Why?
not because they can join the servers.
Specific.
When they can join the servers, they couldn't distinguish it anymore.
That's dumb.
I actually kind of thought some of the SWTOR's PvPs were fun.
So, can I bring up my favorite MMO of all time?
Yeah.
That you guys don't even know exist?
Not Old School RuneScape?
The reason why Old School RuneScape is my favorite now is because it doesn't exist anymore, the one I'm talking about.
That's fair.
Star Wars Galaxies.
Yep. That is good. I did play that.
Yep.
Best MMO of all time. And they shut it down.
I want to look up pictures of that because we talked about that the other day.
I feel like Star Wars gets a lot of things that are really great about Star Wars get killed so often.
Disney's fault.
And like,
oh my
gosh,
gosh,
freaking 1313.
I'm getting nostalgia looking at this.
So, funny story about Star Wars Galaxies. Private servers exist out there.
Do they really? Oh my gosh.
You should
That's
look
pretty
it
cool.
up.
I do need to look that up.
It is, you can, if you still have like the game discs,
Don't think.
you can probably buy them somewhere online. But if you still have like the game on your computer, they have private servers.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
The best, way better than
SWTOR.
yeah.
It was good.
I think my take on MMOs are you're gonna cringe probably.
Here it
Tell you you're
comes.
wrong.
Here it
Sure.
comes.
You probably will.
Here it comes.
But my idea on MMOs is, for me, they're not really worth playing unless I'm playing with somebody.
That's
unless
fair.
I'm playing with a group.
That is fair.
Did Tristan say something not wrong?
Because because it's the grind. I can forget the grind if I'm hanging out with a buddy, you know?
That's the point.
But like if I'm by myself, it just goes so slow.
I just want to
I'm like I just like want to throw up.
I have solo grinded in WoW so far. So 76 levels solo.
You played a little bit with Blake.
Different character.
Took you what?
Oh,
like
okay,
4
that's
days?
fair.
Oh.
I had
Joey, some
school
people
too.
have
I had to do
lives.
homework.
Some people have lives, Joey.
That's not 4 complete days. That's 4 days of coming home from work and grinding. And then going to sleep to wake up for work the next day.
Still, some people have lives.
That's maybe 8 hours total of gameplay. Maybe.
So
To get to 76?
Yeah.
Is that with XP boost?
No.
What the flip were you doing to go that high? I definitely more than 8 hours of gameplay.
I know the game.
That's true.
I know what works. I
he
know.
found a system.
He broke the system.
So back when I didn't have money and I was in middle school playing World of Warcraft, back then levels 1 through 20 were free. It's like a shroud of the game. You can play it and you can play levels
Still
1 through
a
20.
game.
I don't know if it is anymore, but so what I would do is I would play the trials for every character, every class, over and over and over. So I kind of got into a system. I know what works. I know how to do things. I know the level range of what I can fight and get the most experience without dying. There is several different things. And they put in a dungeon system where you can just play dungeons and
That's
it takes
true.
like 2 hours to get
Well,
the 100.
mine was, I played quests.
Good.
So I was just doing quests.
Good.
So the real reason that I have never really gotten into WoW is because my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah.
I think I mentioned this.
I think you did.
My dad was super into WoW when it first came out. He was just grinding like multiple characters at a time, and he got to the point where it was consuming 99% of his outside of work time. And then he checked. Apparently, there's some way that you can check how much time you spent in game, and he had spent. I think he said a year or two. I know it was more than a year.
Yeah.
In game, like actually in game, and so we at that time we had started playing with him and my mom and stuff, and we were playing. We had a few characters, but then he was like, "Yeah, this is that's too much." So he ended up deleting all of his characters and getting rid of the game. But that was honestly the main reason that I haven't played WoW, just because it got to a point where it was taking up a lot of his life, and he didn't want to let that continue in that way.
I think that's fair. Most people are not like that.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen South Park at all?
I've heard of it.
A little bit.
Not really.
I recommend you watch World of Warcraft episodes.
I
mean,
knew
there's
about
2 of
that
them.
one.
Oh,
There are
maybe
2?
It may be just 1, but I thought they may have done 2 of them.
Just one.
That is exactly what you just described.
I've seen clips from that one.
It is rough. So funny. It's not as crude as most of the other ones. It's not. I don't condone watching South Park. I don't like it. But that episode is funny.
I feel like everyone that probably watches South Park is like, yeah, I don't condone watching this, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's the only episode I've seen.
And of course, we all know the single largest contribution that WoW has made to this universe, and that is Leroy Jenkins.
I have that title. Yeah.
That's a title.
That's the title? Oh my gosh! Dude, that's so good. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were laughing that we said the same time.
No, yes, but also, they have like,
He's
kind of like a
card
nod
in
to that
Hearthstone.
in Phineas and Ferb.
Yep.
It's so
Not
cool.
yet for.
It's so cool.
He's a card in Hearthstone too.
And
Do
like
you know how you get that title?
do you rush in and die?
You do exactly what he did in the video.
That is amazing.
It's so
So that same dungeon or raid?
That same exact situation.
That's so cool, dude.
Wow.
However,
That was a huge
because
part
of the
too.
leveling and things like that now, you have to kill a certain number of whelps in that room in like
Beforehand.
7 seconds. So kind of
So
what he did,
a
but
priest ain't gonna do that.
actually, you will when you get. You'll see.
Can I? Because the only kind of good AOE I have
That's
is
a level
the
60
I'm level,
dungeon,
well, I'm level 76, so
and
I
max
could.
level is 120 now.
This is true.
So yes, you will be able to, because they stay at that low level.
Didn't they bring the max level down actually at one point?
They were talking about it.
They haven't yet. They may do that
Yeah, okay.
or the
With
Shadowlands.
Shadowlands,
Yeah.
What would they bring it down to?
10 levels, I believe. That's what I heard.
That's weird. Is that are they gonna keep the same power levels in Scott?
They're going to reconstitute the combat system so that it is different. Like you know how they can balance it better.
Yeah.
They drop the levels down and they obviously make the combats balanced to that level.
Well, because because right now it's like that amulet thing, right?
Yes.
For power levels.
Heart of Azeroth.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
See, that's kind of the problem with Destiny. That's what they're doing. Is it's gear based, and I hate gear based progression.
Me too.
I hate it with
Yeah.
passion.
Yep.
I like leveling up and then getting gear for my level.
Yes.
I love that, but I don't like gear progression. Which, have you played Neverwinter at all? I love Neverwinter
too.
a lot. That's the D&D MMO. It's really good.
It's not
Hey,
so
that's like Florida.
much of an MMO though. I mean, it is, but I've never played anything with anyone in that game. Not even once.
I have, because a bunch of friends were like...
I mean, you could choose to,
Yeah.
yes, but
Yeah.
there's nothing in that game that constitutes.
They're dungeons.
Yes.
We beat the game! Except for all the
Credits.
expansions.
Yep. Credit scroll.
It's not looping. Oh no, it's just really dark. And your camera is pitch black because your laptop was
I was-
If
no
you
light.
ever choose to stream or like post these videos, I recommend turning the light on.
No, yeah, I think it's a good thing that we can't see my face. Probably. That's probably a plus here.
I'm talking
Just saying.
about if you decide to go into gaming, streaming,
Yeah,
things
I
like
know.
that.
I do want to mention Neverwinter. That's Florida.
No, it's not.
Oh my gosh. No, it's on the Sword Coast.
Florida has
Do you know
We're on-
what Sword Coast
We're on
is?
the Emerald Coast, not the Sword Coast.
Florida has 2 seasons, and that is
To be
summer
honest, though.
and slightly less summer.
This year, actually, that's false. We had quite a lovely spring. It just turned summer.
I agree. Spring. is
We
great.
had a few good breezes blowing in.
I disagree. How many times did we open the windows because it was cold outside in the spring?
A handful. 2 handfuls.
How big are your hands?
I'm just saying that's way more than normal. We had quite a lovely spring this year.
It was not horrible.
Here's
Which
the
is slightly
fun.
less summer.
Here's one of the problems with
Spring
Destiny
really
right
is
now
slightly less
coming
summer.
up right here. Their storyline has gotten to a point where they're kind of like, and they've had these gosh darn pyramids that are gonna show up in like a couple seconds, and they're like, oh, they're on the moon underground, but they've done nothing with them. Nothing. The nightmares were kind of cool in theory. They're there.
Illuminati confirmed.
Get the heck out of here. That's what you said when we completed it. You were like, dude, Illuminati confirmed.
Did
And
I
I was
really?
like,
I don't
yes,
remember
you
that.
did. I remember it. And I was like, oh my
I
gosh.
haven't done anything with that yet.
Huh?
That's exciting.
Destiny 3.
It would be. But the thing they did do, they're like, oh yeah, one of the pyramids is underground. And it's like emitting darkness, but that was kind of like, now we're going to go
Shadow King,
deal
right?
with the Vex invading. And then we did Osiris time travel stuff. That was cool. I like that part. But the rest of this year's stuff has not been super interesting. Which is disappointing.
I'm excited for when that comes out because I think that you're gonna say it was worth the wait.
I hope so.
I think
I
so.
really hope so.
I
But-
really, I do.
I'm really thinking they've done so much with Destiny 2 already. They've
There have
added
been
a lot of expansions.
There have been talks of Destiny,
Destiny
3.
3.
There have been talks. It's been rumored.
I think that could be the main
put out-
storyline.
But they're planning at least one more major expansion in the fall.
So
That we know.
what I love about MMOs is usually people talk about like leaks and things like that, but a lot of the time we have no idea what
Yeah.
goes on in the room where they plan all these things
It's very true.
until it is released and it's like, oh, this is what's been going on.
Yeah.
Because something like that is going to require a buttload of planning.
Yeah.
I just think the bummer is that, so how Destiny's doing their things right now is they had the expansion, the Shadowkeep expansion, and then they've done seasons. So we had
Yeah.
the season with the Vex invasion, the season of the Undying. Sounded cool, but that story didn't really do much.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Osiris' story, which was cool because we got to save Saint 14, who's been a character in the lore for a while, but we've never actually seen.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool. And now the Almighty is falling towards Earth, which it's like, yeah, the ship that's been sitting there since we, stopped it from blowing up the Earth, that's cool. But we have this other enemy, these pyramids, that we're kind of more interested in. So I don't feel as invested to worry about that.
Touche.
Yeah. So, I haven't really... I played when the season came out, and then I was like, this is
They
not what I want.
probably leaked it too early. They put that video in there too early.
That was the end of the base campaign when this came out 2-3 years ago.
They're probably still planning it.
I hope
Or,
so.
what happens a lot of times with MMOs is the person who created it, put the idea out there, got fired or quit, and now they have to try to come up
I
with
believe
something.
it's still the same director and all that.
I was alluding to RuneScape.
This is true.
Because that happened a lot. One of the developers was cheating in game,
At his own game?
and he got fired.
Wow. Wow.
Mm. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you
See,
cheat at your
but then,
own game?
But then, also with the Forsaken expansion, that storyline was cool because we had Aldrin back from the first game, and he was the adversary, and he killed Cade.
The
What?
Drifter was still there.
Yeah, because this was back
I
in
know.
Forsaken.
I'm just saying.
Dun-dun-dun. I was like, oh yeah, this is the Drifter, by the way.
Yeah, I think this.
Because I had already been to the tower with my
This
other
wasn't
character.
the first time I had met him, though.
No, this was the first time you met him because we couldn't go to the new tower yet. This was the second time I had met him because
Right.
I had already
Mhm.
completed the campaign with my other character.
I would just
My
love to
hunter.
mention that we totally switch roles.
Well, I played a hunter in the first game and was like, I'll play Warlock this time, and then I didn't like it, so I wanted to go back to Hunter.
Yeah.
And
I
the
think Warlock
reason
is
I
fun.
played Hunter in the first game was when it came out, everyone was like, Warlocks! Normally I play the magic guy, but I was like, everyone else is playing the magic guy.
Well,
I'm gonna be the agile rogue.
your two styles are rogue or
Or
Magic.
mage, yeah.
or scholar
Which-
guy.
What?
It makes me think, what is my style?
Well, you play Hunter.
What's your
You
style?
play the solo lone wolf.
You play whatever's easiest for you.
Well, let's see.
Whatever allows you to be away from other people.
Because you play a hunter in WoW.
Yes, I do.
Well, you play Neverwinter. Or what did you play, I should say.
I can't remember. That was years ago.
In RuneScape, there's no real classes.
You probably played a character, I'm thinking. Some sort of a character.
Probably something similar to a hunter that I played
I
in
would-
winter.
Yeah. Because you,
I typically...
go, my pet.
Yes. I don't like getting hit
People go away.
or shot at
Or anything that involves pain.
yeah.
I typically go for ranged or hunter type. But sometimes I'll go for madman rogue type. If I can blow stuff up, I'll go for it.
I'm okay with mage in World of Warcraft. I have a priest, believe it or not.
Don't believe you.
I have almost every. I like dwarves. I like
That's surprising.
Why?
I don't know.
I just don't see as a dwarf.
Well,
Okay,
in World of
player.
Warcraft you have a dwarf.
Do you
or
see
a
his
gnome.
beard? For
And
what?
see, I would understand gnome
Those
a
are
lot
like
more.
the
Just saying.
Oh, the short.
Yeah. There's a halfling. I picked that one, but dwarf it is.
Hate gnomes.
Me too.
I think they're stupid.
Especially in
they're
World of
the
Warcraft, they're very colorful. I mean, quite literally.
Is
They
there
are. It's true.
is there a there's voice work done, right? And
a little bit for
In
stuff,
Warcraft?
and then cutscenes.
yeah, World of Warcraft. Yeah.
They're much more so now. Back in the originals? Nope.
It was mainly
You know-
text based, or
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what's interesting is I thought this was kind of funny because starting a character and Varian's dead
Mm-hmm.
at this point because he died in Legion, and then going to Stormwind when I had to go there and it's Anduin and not Varian. I thought that was kind of funny because everyone else who played before me would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go see Varian."
Yes.
He's dead. Also, I know you're on the Horde because you're stupid, even though you played Orc.
for the
Which is
Horde.
Did you faction swap?
I play both.
But you were saying the other day you
Horde
were.
is better. However, ever since they put this new chick in charge of the Horde, it's stupid.
So honestly,
Alliance.
it's a piece of trash.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone
I'm
agrees.
not a fan.
She's like Umbridge. No one likes her.
Not that bad.
Oh really?
That's like
Too far. Too
Bottom.
far.
Umbridge is like as close to
Dirt
like
as
I
possible.
Satan.
to point
as
something
you
out,
get,
by the
you
way,
know?
I found out the other day. Did you guys ever see Matilda?
Matilda. Sounds very familiar.
Wow, I'm old.
Wait,
Okay, never mind.
No, I'm looking it up.
It's a movie.
Yep, going to IMDb right now.
Wow.
Tilda.
I hated Umbridge.
1996 with Danny DeVito.
I hated Umbridge before she was Umbridge because of that movie.
She's in this movie.
She's the
Pee Wee Herman's in this movie.
antagonist in that movie.
He plays an FBI agent.
I feel like I've at least seen like trailers or ads for it, or clips
I
of
think,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
I know. I feel like I might have seen it
I've
when I was
definitely
really young,
seen
but
it.
I don't remember it.
This makes me sad.
Hey, you didn't know who, you still probably don't know who Charlton Heston is.
Oh yes, of course the best addition to
Soccer.
Yes,
Get the heck out
Destiny
of here.
2.
Soccer crowd.
actually, dude, it's actually really cool. Like when it was on the farm, I don't like.
You can still go to the farm.
I know. I'm just saying.
Saint 14's over there now. To the left.
The farm is more fun than this one, I think. But
Well, you can't even do it here anymore because Saint 14's hanging out in the hangar.
oh really?
Yeah, he's right over there.
Like you literally can't
But
play
you're-
soccer anymore?
I don't think so. I haven't.
That's kind of dumb. Anyway, it was really fun on the farm when you get like literally like 15 guys on each side and you just go at it, dude.
I never did that.
I missed recording it, but I've had some really
His
really
15
fun.
imaginary friends. He plays everybody. That's how it goes.
You know what's really fun to do in MMOs? Make
Something.
a team of yourself.
No.
You don't need friends, guys.
Who needs friends?
I make myself a hunter, and a tank, and a priest, and I'm good.
Fair enough.
If you can play all three at the same time, I think it's pretty talented.
It's very talented.
In
Play it
Lotro,
correctly.
can't you have, if you play the right class, can't you have like?
No idea.
You don't play Lotro?
I haven't played much of it either.
Played a little bit, and then I got super bored because
I know that they have.
it's way too linear of a game.
Hmm.
It's way too linear and limited of a game.
I mean, well, they even with Mori added,
When did that come out?
Probably a while ago.
it was a good while ago,
I think I played it when it came out.
and the Agmar expansion and everything.
And everything cost money.
Monthly subscription. Wow. And expansion.
Yeah, literally, this has come from the guy who is previously talking about paying for my subscription.
Yeah.
Like,
Money?
I can't deal with this money that this is costing.
The money is
You want to play WoW?
worth the stuff that's coming
Yeah,
out.
I got that. I
In
got
Lotro, it is not.
Yep.
Because it is
Yeah.
like one quest you get, and it's like, cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. Like no thanks. I'm not gonna spend my money on that.
I did want to go back really quick to the Blue Mage bit when
Yes.
you're like, it looks like a seafarer.
That was,
I was like, my Pathfinder character, I play a rogue
Mhm.
who is a merchant, a sea merchant. So
That doesn't make sense.
it makes perfect sense.
It doesn't.
It does
A
though.
rogue sea merchant?
Yeah, I'm a sea merchant, but my class is a rogue
How so rogue?
because you're like a swashbuckler, sort of. You're on the seas.
Is there a thief class, or is the rogue?
No, it's a
thief
rogue class.
When I
the rogue
think
class.
of a rogue, I think of a sneaky character, not a like.
Oh, I'm a
rogue that's-
charismatic rogue.
Gotcha.
fine.
Okay.
'Cause
he's a
There is
suave.
two different ones,
Here
yeah.
was the thing, right? One of my friends who's playing set up with people from church. Bobby was like, "Let's do Pathfinder group." I was like, "Sure, I'll be a character in that because I'm familiar with that and D&D's rule sets."
Mhm.
And so I was gonna play a wizard. Someone else is like, "I want to be a wizard," so I'm like, "I will play a rogue,"
Mhm.
which I've never done in a tabletop RPG because I'm usually the dungeon master.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm the dungeon master, so I'm not.
Set up a group.
We should.
We
do
should.
need to.
Why are we not?
I don't know.
What the heck?
But I was determined because the joke is always rogues have a dark and brooding backstory.
Mm-hmm.
So I sat down and I went, I'm making a rogue with a happy backstory. So that's what I did.
Just like,
What's
oh yeah,
wrong
my
with you?
No,
mom and dad just
I
really
just-
love me, you know.
Yeah,
It's
like we're like,
I
I'm
have
a
my,
mer-
you know, my best pal. He's a sheep. You know, his name is Tom.
So we
the
could bring a
sheep.
Critical Role.
What about it? Because Kirk was awesome.
I really liked that rogue. Liam played a phenomenal job.
Yes, he did.
I loved his backstory.
Yep.
The whole sister thing. It wasn't that evil of a backstory. It was, I thought, pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's pretty good.
So they're not always bad.
No, they're not. But it's like the, it's like a meme. It literally is a meme.
Well, I mean, the original rogue kind of makes
Yeah.
it that way.
I know, that's the point, but I was determined. I was like, I'm having a happy backstory.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Not exactly. Which one are you talking about?
Driz Doerden. Oh God. Please say yes.
I don't.
It's not.
Are you talking Critical Role right now? What are you?
No.
What do you?
The
I don't.
original like Swords of the Coast lore stuff.
I
Oh,
don't
no,
know. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. The D&D lore stuff, I don't know it that well because I homebrew my stuff. I come up with everything because I love doing that.
I'm talking the stuff that came out like in books before tabletop games like that. I don't know when D&D came out, but
The 80s, 80s.
that's about the time these books.
It
were
came
written.
out. It was first revealed at Gen Con. I know that much.
What is it? Yeah, Driz Doerden is spelled Drizzt is his name. He's like the original rogue.
Sure.
But
And
he's
of
a
course, he's a
dark elf.
yeah. Makes
My favorite.
sense. Makes sense. So that's what I did. I was like, I'm playing a charismatic, fun rogue who's gonna be a good guy. So
I
that's what I did.
tried to make.
That's hard.
I've tried to make moody.
No, it's not. I'm an alliance rogue.
I've tried to make moody characters before. Tallahassee is probably the most
Tallahassee is
moody,
very moody.
but I always, I guess because I am, but I always end up being charismatic. Even though I try really hard not to.
Tallahassee is not charismatic.
Okay, yeah, I do play. I do allow him to be a lot more stupid and just like
oh my word.
just really socially awkward. I think he's more socially awkward than broody. I would say, considering he pees everywhere.
So
He does.
He's a werewolf, so by
my
the way.
problem with playing D&D is I don't roleplay because I am myself. I don't know how to.
Immerse yourself in a role.
Wait, so
Yeah.
what would you be? What class would Joey Davidson be?
Druid. 100%.
Oh,
What?
I say that because he can technically do everything by himself. He can heal, you can cast spells, you can become a tank.
What about a monk, though?
Yes.
Monks are pretty versatile too.
But personality-wise, no, I could never be a druid.
Okay.
I was about to say,
that's
yeah,
true.
he.
Personality-wise, what could I be?
Ooh, you could be a ranger.
personality-wise.
No
That
one
is
likes
my
playing
first.
rangers. I disagree. I think you can have fun with
Wait,
that.
what?
No, not a lot of people like rangers in D&D.
What the freak is wrong with people?
They don't like them in D&D.
I could turn into a rogue.
You could
one of the
dual
more
class?
evil ones.
You could dual class.
I'm not saying turn it. I'm saying like I could make my personality fit a rogue.
But I'm also saying you could dual class it.
But
I
we're not talking about making your personality fit something. We're talking about making a character's personality fit you.
I can't.
You can. You can literally be a wizard who wants to do everything by themselves.
Meaning,
Or-
like my personality doesn't morph into something else. Like
Right,
That's
but
what I'm saying.
He's saying you take the class and you turn it into your personality instead
I
of.
have to
Yeah,
because
so- yeah.
choice. Like he's good at acting. He can become all these different characters. He wants to say, "Hey, I want this kind of personality." He can do
But
it.
based off of my personality, the way I am,
Something
I
is
would,
going to bleed through, inevitably.
Yes, I'm talking.
I would
am.
probably. Oh crap! I'd be a bard.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, you would.
I'm fine with it though.
Why
Actually,
is that ew?
Why is that
no,
you?
I'm
You
actually
play
totally fine with that.
the-
I love being a bard.
The first time we
Bards
like.
are awesome.
the
Actually,
first time we tried to get started with the campaign was like Mike.
what was his
Michael.
name? What did I?
I don't remember. It's
Uh,
like Gold. It was almost like Goldan. And I thought
Gul'dan.
that was
Gul'dan
funny.
Dragonheart.
It was Goldan.
Gul'dan Dragonheart. Huh?
Goldan's a warlock
Yes,
from.
Wait, what?
Golden is a warlock.
He was
Dude,
in
I
the
totally
movie.
made that up.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. I even said I was
Okay,
like, you mean
personally-
Goldan from Warcraft?
I have no idea. I don't know.
You've seen the
Warcraft.
movie. He's in the movie.
I have
He
not.
is.
The
Wait, is
movie's
he the
not
main
bad.
bad guy?
Yes.
Is he the BBEG?
Yes.
I like that word.
It's not a word. It's an acronym.
Acronym.
Yep.
I'm not as tired as I was earlier because I had a full glass of
Big bad evil guy.
Irish breakfast tea. And I don't. That's probably a really crappy accent, but
Makes
we're
it
just
sound
gonna go
like you
with it.
poured some
You
Guinness in there.
remind me of a streamer that I watch.
It secretly is.
I am. What is my name so that I can make sure
Sure,
that you
you
know
know.
my name. Just
I
to
don't
make
know
sure
his
we're on the
name.
same page.
I just know his voice.
Good, because I didn't ever give my name out, so that's why you don't know
No.
my name.
I think what is funny though, going back to the Pathfinder thing really quick, I had already made the wizard character page by the time that the other person had been like, I'll play wizard. I made a rogue, I made a monk, I made a cleric. So I was like, I am ready for whatever happens.
I'm not interested in playing a druid, a monk.
Not even a monk.
Probably no, because monks take so long, and I've never had a group where I get past probably level 10. It just doesn't happen. I've never had a group that's as devoted.
I died in one.
And monks kind of suck at the beginning. They really do. They have a slow start, and then they get really freaking powerful. I don't know why butt was important there, but they get really powerful.
Yes. No, I died because the DM and me didn't get along.
That'll happen.
Yep.
That's why, as a DM, you have to put your personal feelings
He
aside.
didn't. He sucks as a DM.
Yeah, well, sucky DM.
Well, is it?
Who?
Is that why?
My brother?
I was about to say.
No, I've never played with my brother.
I think if we started a group, I would probably be the DM.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Joe's like, please.
There is very few people that I would allow DM because I don't trust people. You could be objective.
I am, yeah.
He cannot.
No, Tristan can tell you I'm very,
You're very good at being...
Yes, except for when you really want to drive your storyline. Every now and then, and it's
don't
very
forget,
very far.
don't
and few
forget the
between.
group we play.
I'm okay with that.
No one else has experience in the game.
No, yeah,
I'm talking
and I'm
about...
okay with it too. I'm just saying some people would be upset about it because they're like, show me the rules that say that this is like this. But I'm fine with it because I'm used to homebrew play style.
Only reason I don't like most DMs is because they're very partial to certain people.
It's very true.
Oh yeah,
I'm not okay with that.
like if you're dating someone in the group, it's a no-go.
Although Mercer is good.
That's fair.
He's
yeah.
very good.
Well,
How about that?
yeah.
He's married to one.
He's
Just,
very good.
hey, I was impressed.
Yeah.
Most times, no.
Well, I mean, technically, he's a freaking professional DM. I mean,
At this point,
he
yes.
created the
At this
profession.
He's
He-
talented. He did create
I mean-
a profession.
Pretty much.
I mean, he really did. I mean, it wasn't a profession before him.
Dungeon
really.
DMing has never been the same since Critical Role came.
It hasn't.
And the best part for me was when I learned about D&D and got started. That was the same time that Critical Role started.
Good.
So I had
Whoa.
that to go to.
Are you talking like the videos came out, or the stream came out, or when they first started?
When they first started.
Okay.
Like when they first started,
Yeah.
and then then it became the show and then all that stuff. So I had something to follow along. Because at the time, we had just moved here, and my friends from Orlando showed it to me.
Yes.
So I would only be able to play with them whenever they visited or we visited them.
Yep.
So I had D&D Drought.
Why did we never know this when I knew it before?
I don't.
I was hiding my nerdness. That's why.
I think we all were because it never came up in conversation.
Yep.
We do need to start a group, and
We do.
we will.
ASAP.
Who would come and play?
Well, we at least have 3 most likely. 3 is not a bad party size.
Well,
It keeps it condensed.
that's not the party size. 2's the party size. You're the DM.
Oh, I was counting Aaron. He not? I don't know. They're gonna kill each other. Just out of the dark.
Sibling rivalry.
However, I do know that I don't think that we could do it without him. So I would get over it.
Scheduling.
But also, you need to be very firm in what you are doing, because he DMs and he's going to try and.
Oh, I'm very
Good.
like. This is how things are done.
Yep.
Just not do that.
No, yeah, you are. Yep. I've had a few run-ins.
Then I'm okay with
Because
it.
I helped Tristan make a werewolf race
Yeah.
when he was making his character,
Kinda like-
and because we
I
were
forgot about a
talking
rule
over
that
it,
we had
and he
talked
forgot
about.
about a rule I said, and I was like, no, this is what we did. I was like, this is what you gotta do.
Gotcha. Good.
Yep.
When I homebrew, I make sure the rules are. I never want anything to be busted, so I make sure there's some balance to it.
Then if you would need to get with him and create something of what he wants to do and make it work, because I could see it being a problem.
I am the negotiator.
Well, I believe it is getting to that time
It is
of the
getting to that
video.
time, Tristan.
Considering that you guys are seeing now the loop of the
Nope,
same
we don't
gameplay.
talk about that. No one's gonna notice.
Except for when you talked about the loop earlier.
I said that before we started.
So I will go ahead and do the shameless promotion. Hey guys, if you like this, go ahead and hit like and subscribe for more videos.
That's
We
why
have
we're
a
gonna
few
do it.
videos out already. Go ahead and check those out because we are just as ridiculous in those, if not more so. I feel like Joey kind of kept us a little bit grounded this episode. So,
It's not
guys,
even touching the ground.
of course, as always, please help us be sponsored by Little Debbie's and
Oh my
burritos.
We're still running that joke.
Of course, it's never gonna end.
Sure.
And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please hit the bell icon for more in the future.
I'm sensing a rehash here. Alright, well, thank you for watching. Tristan, you're ending it this time.
No, actually, I believe Joey is.
You gotta.
Joey would like to say something, and he's gonna say it right now.